Okay, class, this is a video that will explain how to do the interactive truth table exercises that are the main graded portion of the latter part of Chapter 7. So for section 7D, 7F, 7G, and 7H, there will be lots of these truth table exercises for each of those sections. Right now I have all the ones on Canvas for 7D, and I'll be filling in the ones for 7F, G, and H in the following week. Each of these exercises is worth 2.5 points for completion, and I'll explain why it's only going to be for completion in a second. And you're only being graded on the level 2 exercises. For each section, there's both level 1 and level 2 exercises, just like there are level 1 and level 2 quizzes. I'm only grading you on the level 2 stuff. You can do the level 1 stuff, and I absolutely recommend that you do, because as I've discovered, I cannot change the number of attempts you get to make this. So if you submit the wrong answer, that's all she wrote. It's going to tell you you did it incorrectly. You can click then and see what the correct truth table looks like, but you do not have a chance to take that exercise again. It effectively locks you out of it and only shows you the answer that you provided, which is actually pretty crappy, and I'm hoping that dashboard support can fix this going forward. But for now, this is what we have to work with. So I'm going to show you how to do the one level exercise and then how to click out and look at the level 2 exercises. So I'm going to open this link, 7D level exercise 1 on Canvas. And it's going to take me over here. I'm going to click on this. It's going to take me to this exercise. This is exercise 2, and this is what it looks like. This is a really long, complicated one, so I'm going to hold off on that one for a moment. I'm going to show you what happened when I was testing the level 1 exercise, and I was doing this in instructor mode. I only got one attempt at it, and I specifically set it up to see if that it would be false, and then see if it would let me take it again, and it did not. So just as a warning to you, you only get one crack at these things. Once you click submit, that's all she wrote, and I cannot change the, you can see here, I don't have any option to change the number of times that you get to attempt this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to fill one of these things out. Not exercise 2, let's go to exercise 3, which is a little simpler. Alright, this is level 1 exercise 3. So what is going on here is that you're given a truth table, and it's nicely going to fill in a lot of stuff for you. So it takes, I've got this claim, A or both B and A. What it's going to do is fill out a truth table where I have my two possible letters here, A and B, and because there's only two possible letters, A or B, there's 4 possible truth values, where they're both true, where they're both false, and the 2 values in between. It then fills in each of the letters' actual values here. So if I look at A, well, A in both of these cases is going to do the true, true, false, false, and B is going to be the true, false, true, false. Okay, cool. So what I need to do is figure out what I need to do first, that is what's inside the parentheses, and work my way out in this case. So I need to look at B and A's values to figure out what this thing is. So here, if they're both true, because it's a conjunction, they're both true. If it's false, true, it's false, 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 because the conjunction is only true when they're both true. So this was true in this case, false in all the others. Alright, so that's done. I'm now comparing this to this to figure out whether the OR claim is true. So an OR claim is true if one of the parts is true, at least one. So here it's true because they're both true, at least one of the parts is true. Here it's true because the first part, the first disjunct, is true. Here false, false, this is a false disjunction. Here false, false, this is a false disjunction. And now what I need to do is make sure that I select the primary operator. If I don't have anything selected, it's not going to let me submit it. I need to figure out what is the main operator here. And here the main operator is this OR claim. It's an AND claim over here, but that's nested within this bigger overall function with OR. So now that I've got it selected, what I'm going to do is click submit, because I've done this right. If I mess something up after I click submit in this main operator column, it would tell me that I did it wrong, and I would then have the option over here to click down, and it would show me what I should have done instead. But because I did it right, it's going to tell me it's completed, and this will now show up when I go to look that you've completed the assignment. And when I see that you completed it, I don't see whether you got the point correct or that you didn't. So I'm just looking to see that you completed it, and I'm hoping that you, more times than not, you're getting these things correct, although they are kind of complicated, so there will definitely be some cases where you don't get it correct because you misclick something or whatever. Alright, so here's another example.